It is officially fall now, which means that apples are in season. Now that apples are in season, we can make ourselves some really good apple butter, some apple cider, and if you stick around to the end, a little bonus treat you'll get from making the apple cider. So let's get into this one. We're going to start by making the apple butter. What you're going to want to do is cut your apples up by taking out the core and then cutting them into cubes. Whatever size you feel is necessary, as long as every piece is roughly the same size. If you can make them all the same size, they will all cook at the same rate, which means that everything should get done at the same exact time. Once you have cubed up 5.5 pounds of apples into a crock pot, then you can go ahead and get your seasonings together. You're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, an 1/8 teaspoon of ground clove, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now just simply get in there with your hands and toss all that till it's thoroughly combined. Once you get it all thoroughly combined, you're going to set your lid on your crock pot and you're going to set your temperature to low for approximately 10 hours. Now we'll set that aside and grab our 10 large apples to make our cider. You're going to go ahead and cut these into quarters, but if you're smart, you'll go ahead and take the core out first. That way, after we're done with the cider, we'll be able to make that bonus recipe I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. And once you have that done, we're going to add 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of allspice, and then enough water to cover the top of our apples. Now we can go ahead and give this a quick stir to combine everything. Then we're going to move it over to our stove where we're going to put it on a high heat. We need to get this to a rolling boil. We're going to leave it on a rolling boil for at least 1 hour without a lid on. After we have had it rolling boiling for at least 1 hour, we will go ahead and turn it down to a simmer. Once we have gotten it to a simmer, we will go ahead and put the lid on it, and we will go ahead and let that simmer for another 2 hours. Once those 2 hours are up, we will go ahead and strain our apples in a colander that I have sat in a bowl. Once we have our apples separated from our liquid, we will take our liquid and strain it once more into whatever container you're looking to store it in. This will give you about a gallon worth of apple cider. And now it is time for the bonus recipe. You're going to take your leftover apples that you used to make the apple cider with. You're going to add in around a cup of sugar, a cup of brown sugar, and a tablespoon of cinnamon. You can adjust those based on taste. You will take a blender, blend all that up, and that will make you a very simple applesauce. Now that we have our apple cider and our applesauce taken care of, we can finish up our apple butter. All we're gonna do is take our immersion blender into our crock pot, blend up our apples until they are nice and smooth and incorporated. We will add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Continue to blend until all of that is thoroughly combined. Then we will put the lid back on the crock pot, set it for 2 more hours on low, and after those 2 hours are up, our apple butter is completely finished. And there is 3 apple recipes that you can use this fall. Thanks for watching.